Remember that the common data structures we have in data analysis include structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. In this section, we will briefly explain what semi-structured data means and what unstructured data means. Let's first understand what semi-structured data means. Semi-structured data contains elements of both structured and unstructured data. They do not follow the strict tabular structure of spreadsheets, but it includes additional information that helps organize and describe the data. But the most important characteristic of semi-structured data is that they often include tags and metadata. So what is metadata? Metadata simply means data about data, or data that describes other data. Metadata can provide basic information such as when the data was created and why, or who created the data, where it was created, the file size, and other relevant information. Common examples of semi-structured data include JSON and XML files. For example, an online photo by itself is considered an unstructured data. However, when that photo includes metadata, such as the date when the photo was taken, or the location where it was taken, or the device used to capture the picture, then that picture becomes a semi-structured data. Now let's talk about unstructured data. So a major characteristic of unstructured data is that they do not fit into a predetermined structure or format such as rows and columns. So because of this, we call this type of data unstructured data. Major examples of unstructured data include email messages, blog posts, images, audio clips, videos, satellite imagery, location data, sensor readings, website log, and other digital artifacts. These data sources are not one size fits all, but they are still important sources of information. So the ways they are stored is quite different from the way you store a structured data that can easily fit into rows and columns. Because unstructured data lacks a clear structure, you cannot store them in spreadsheets such as Microsoft Excel. So instead, this type of data is usually stored in raw formats in large repositories without imposing a predefined structure such as rows and columns on them. And it's also important to note that more than 80% of all the new data produced today is unstructured. And that is why we'll be focusing mainly on structured data in this course. Unstructured data and semi-structured data can be difficult to work with because they quite require advanced tools other than spreadsheets. So throughout this course, we'll focus primarily on structured data in our tabular format that we can easily analyze in Microsoft Excel.